Morning, everybody. I think it's April 9th. Pardon me, I didn't plan on coughing very first words here. I just came up a trail up here. Would you ride your bike down this? People do. There's tracks there, right? We're out in Valley View. That's the Valley View Arena. And the Kamloops Bike Ranch is up there. That's Juniper Ridge up top there, subdivision. And it's all clay in here. It's all clay cliffs. And you can see bicycle tracks going down here, man. You got to know how to ride and you got to have a downhill bike, but I'm not into that anymore. You can see all the tracks going off here. It's unreal. When I was a kid, I grew up in this part of the city, and we used to ride our dirt bikes up in here when that was still allowed, right? Before mountain bikes were invented. Showing my age there a little bit. But yeah, you don't want your foo-foo too close to the edge here. Your foo-foo will end up down there. And this wind, I got to watch these wind gusts. It's windy, right? I don't want to lose my balance here either. I am an old dude, right? But yeah, pretty cool. Take a little walk around up here. Oh, there's something. Somebody left something for us. Yeah. And that's that round thing, that's a water reservoir. I remember when we were kids, we used to climb on there. But yeah, there's all sorts of bicycle tracks in here. People come tearing down here on their bikes. This isn't part of the bike park. The bike park is on the other bit over there, on the other side, past the tower, up that other canyon, past that water reservoir, up through here. That's where it is. But we're just going to follow this other trail. But yeah, you can see all sorts of bike activity through here. Yeah, not my cup of tea anymore. Yeah, I don't even know what this place, if I look a little rowdy, it's really cold out here. My hair was wet, so I threw the Milo on to try and stay warm. I got 2 jackets on. Yeah, so I'm just gonna walk around a little bit, see what's going on. I think I'm a bit off the main trail here. But this looks cool, doesn't it? Oh. I think this is just a little offshoot of the trail. Some of the stuff we could climb up, I suppose. We used to climb on these cliffs and get ourselves into trouble when we were kids all the time. Back when it was like, you know, as long as you're home for dinner type style, that's what they did back in the day. Just come home, be home by dinner. But hey, that was normal. Kids learned on their own. Let's take a walk to the edge here and see what we got to see. Then we'll get back on the main trail. I don't want to bore you with all this exposure. Oh, you got to be careful with your step here. I don't like this because it's clay. You know, we used to go down and stuff like that. You feel a little bit less scared, right? Well, yeah, there you can see over there, you can see some of the bike activity things, right? And near the bottom, you can see up through that valley, they've got a series of jumps and things you can hit. And it starts way, way up in the top up there. And there's trails that go all the way to the top and beyond, right? There's the road going up to Juniper Ridge, up to the subdivision. When I was a kid, we used to ride our skateboards down that road. It wasn't as posh a road then. It didn't have the bike path or anything. You just piled off into the side, into the dirt if you got going too fast. But all the clay cliffs and everything, apparently that was all river bottom at one time. You can see the train way over there. The river is just over there. That would be considered the South Thompson River. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? Look at me, I'm full of knowledge. Brr. Here, let's turn it off for a little second here and get back on the main trail maybe. All right. This is new for me. I give, my friend Bill introduced me to these trails again with his dog, right? I hadn't been up here in decades, right? Or decade anyway. Okay, let's cut back over to the main trail. Here we go. our main road trail. Okay, here we go. Yeah, you can pick up chunks of dirt. We used to call that dirt bombs. You throw them and they kind of make a puff of dust, you know, when they land, like a little grenade. And then you can slide down these slopes, and they call it bum sliding. Oh, back in the day, back in what, I don't know what that would be, the 70s or 80s, I suppose, for old people. I suppose kids probably still do that, or maybe they just got their phone stuck to their face now. I don't know what kids do anymore. Some of them must go outside. You don't see many of them out, but you really don't. Huh. Yeah, down there, you can see that cross, that T down there where the light is. The road running this way, that's Valley View Drive. That used to be the old highway before they built the 4-laner over there. And the road on opposite side of the river, that's Shuswap Road. And yeah, it's my old stomping grounds when I was a kid. I went to elementary school. Actually, you can probably see it. Yeah, that's cool over there where the fields and that are. I don't know. It's kind of hard to see. Let's see. I don't know. I don't have enough zoom, right? But there's a school kind of in there. I went to elementary school. And I didn't even bother checking the time, but it seems like the sun's up, doesn't it? Here, I'll check back with you. And there's the rest of Kamloops the other direction. And way, way, way up in the mountain over there, that's where I live. Way up, way, way, way up there. Yeah, see, that's pretty cool. That's Valley View Drive, this road down in here. Coming through here. This guy's always had all this stuff in his backyard. He's got quite an exclusive little lot there. All that extra space. And then a trail, they have all these little valleys going up, right? All sorts of little valleys. Yeah, and that's definitely my old elementary school in there. The field was much bigger at that time, but there's still that big field there, other field there. And a couple of car lots and stuff squished in there now. And back many, many years ago, my house was down, that I grew up in, was way down there. Way down in there. Back before cell phones and computers and anything like that. Anything like that. Hard to believe things have changed as much as they have. Back in those days, that's when Star Wars, right? Star Wars, that was the thing. Wow. Yeah, I checked my phone. It says it's 6 degrees, but it's windy. It feels really cold. My hands are cold. And Wednesday, April 9th, 2025, about 7 a.m. I get up early, man. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know what to say, man. Oh, here we go. Chickadee trail. And this one is just, I don't know. Nothing. What's that say? Rim shot, rim something. Let's go this way. The sagebrush are nice in here. This is the area, if it wasn't so icy cold out, and I wasn't such a wimp, this is where you go barefoot. There's really no rock at all in this. It's all clay. All completely clay. Thanks for coming along today. It's nice to share a little bit of the history, my history, a lot of kids' history, I think, that grew up in Valley View. Apparently, one time, even before my day, Valley View was kind of its own community, right? Kamloops is a very spread out city. If you continue going that way, you get to Chase, Salmon Arm, Kelowna, Calgary, all that kind of stuff that way. The big highway runs that direction. And down here, spring always comes a little bit sooner. You're quite a bit lower elevation than where I'm living right at the moment. Huh. As you can see, we're not fighting the crowds today up here. I don't know if I'm on the most popular section, but I do like the V's here. Or the V's. The views. My lips are frozen, man. Isn't the views nice? When we were kids, man, we'd spend hours and hours and hours up here getting into trouble. Got to be careful. There's, if I can find one, there's sinkholes, they call them, right? Then just big holes where the earth has kind of just caved in on itself, and you don't want to go near those because you don't know how deep they are. But definitely suitable to ride your bicycle through here and stuff, right? And spring is still trying really hard. I think my guess would be its temperatures are a little bit below normal, like it's cold, right? Like you can see snow off in the distance on these mountains, right? Yes, I don't know if you can see it. You probably won't be able to. The zoom just is not strong enough. But past the sun out that way, there's snow on those mountains. Look at the size of these sagebrush, right? Oh, what am I in big hit mode? Yeah, hold on. This is a touch screen on this, so you gotta use your sausage figures. But you see that sagebrush is bigger than me. It's got these. And it smells like sage, you know, the type of sage, and I think it's the same stuff, right? That you get in the little jar and you put it on your food, right? Or whatever you do with it. I'm not much of a cook. I'd like to be. But when I was a kid, I knew every inch of these trails. Every inch of them. And we used to ride our little dirt bikes up here. My dad bought me a little dirt bike to ride around up in here. I think it was a 1978 Honda XR75. I was pretty lucky in those respects, right? But that's what the kids were doing, right? And we didn't have much else to do. There was only 1 to 2 TV channels. People used to run the people that lived next to the mountain here would actually run cable up to the top and put TV antennas on the edge of this cliff. But 1 or 2 TV channels just before cable come out. So you listen to music on records and then 8 tracks and that kind of thing, and you hung out with your friends and just you know, we used to run around in our dirt bikes, and there used to be a gas station down there, and we used to run right up the main road with them up into the hills here. You'd even go gas up at the gas station. No plates, no nothing, right? Simpler time. Simpler time, man. I just seen one lady today parked just before me and got out with her dog and disappeared into the park here somewhere. See, that's tight. We used to climb up this stuff, slide down this stuff. See down in there, like where that little gully is down in here, where there's like, that's where you would find sinkholes and stuff like that, right? You want to stay clear of that stuff. But there's lots of little trails. You can see the little marks going up and down the sides, right? And I think most of this was protected now, and it's it'll probably stay the same forever, which is nice. Which is nice. Yeah, that sign that was washed out. Yeah, the rim loop, man. All this area in here, I can remember it vividly, you know. See these little weird trails in here? We used to tear through here on our little dirt bikes and catch air over these bumps and humps, right? I remember the first day I got that dirt bike, I wasn't supposed to leave the yard with it, but I figured out how to shift it. Manual, you know, clutch and everything. Got up in the hills and tore the front fender off it the very first day. But it was worth it, it was fun. But you'd whip up these things, right? And let's go through here. You just gun it fast as you could, right? Fast as you could to carry the momentum and then leap through the air. What you thought was really high, but probably a few feet off the ground, right? And here's some birdies. Oh, I don't know which way to go now. I'm all confused here. Huh. Let's we'll figure it out. Huh. Look at all this. That little trail down there, that would go probably down into that valley down there. That would have been one of those dirt bike trails that you took. I don't think it's one of the designated marked trails. Huh. Look at this. It can get pretty confusing in here. Can you see that? Warning, beware of dog. Private property, no trespassing. Monitored by live video surveillance. F off. That gives you the right. Anyway, that's nature for you. People want everything that doesn't belong to them. See way up there? There's probably someone in that big house trying to lay claim to all that. I could hear some dogs barking. Oh gosh, I hate people like that. Okay. Okay, I think, you know, we're just going to maybe cut it a bit short today. I just wanted to get a quick look out here. And we'll just slowly work our way back down. I'm still a little bit shell-shocked from visiting the family yesterday. But I think there must have been a few people that feel the same way. I noticed a few subscribers after that video. And family interactions can be complicated and difficult. Yep. Oh, we're sort of on a little bit of the high road. I'll take the high road, and whoever's down there would be on the low road. And well, who knows when we'll get there. Yeah, that's all right. Well, we've worked our way back. This is where we walked up. I think the Black Diamond is just steep, that's all. Your grandma got to have strong legs to walk up that. And we just came back on this trail. You can see all those cool, you get a little bit of sun on some of those clay cliffs. These valleys, they block quite a bit of the sun. And we walked up along that ridge up there, looking down. And like you say, the people, they ride their mountain bikes right off the edge on some of these and straight down. So, you know, you gotta know what you're doing, but those bikes, they've got some good suspension on them too, right? But you still gotta know how to get, you know, you gotta know how to touch it down. You gotta know how to use your brakes and when to let it run, or you hurt yourself, right? But you can see all the tracks. People have been coming down there all the time. It's just normal. You don't have to be even the world's best. You just got to be a good rider, right? That's all. Confident rider, good rider on a good bike. Well, there's a school bus. Yeah, the bear-proof containers again. See that? And there's all your long list of rules. Bears, cougars, ticks. Park hours, liquor, fires, litter, camping, land, wildlife, firearms, off-road vehicles. And this is what they call a nature park. Free ride downhill riding is prohibited in the nature park. Well, I see bike tracks. I guess it's not that prohibited. Oh, we've seen one of these signs before. Unless your dog's talented. That dog is smart, you know. What have we got here? A little bit about e-bikes and a little bit about the trails. Yield to bears and deers and, you know, you get it. You get it. And there's some of those little baggies to pick up your steaming piles with. Oh, I hear some birdies. Muster point.